Okay, welcome everybody. It is another what is new and coming up with Lipedema, and we do have some pretty exciting things that are coming up pretty soon. But first, how are you doing, Catherine? And how is the weather over there?
Uh, the weather's getting better, but I have been sick all week. So I was just saying, I'm a big baby when I'm sick. I'm like, I have a bad cold that got better. And then I went and I had a session with Perry, which just stimulated all the lymphatic stuff again. So I have like keto flu kind of thing
Mm-hmm.
from having the lymphatics. So anyway, that's how I am. But I'm looking forward to the coming week because we have so many good things happening.
Yeah, and over here it is pretty gray and cloudy, which I don't mind. Yesterday we actually had I want to say our first thunderstorm of the season, which is nice.
Wow.
But thunderstorms do make me very sleepy, so right after work I was taking a nap and then got
And
back up to get more
also,
work done.
you've got to be so excited because you're making plans to move in just a month.
Yeah, just about 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
I will be out of here. So I have my lease is all signed. I have my unit picked out. It's a 2 bedroom, 2 bath in South Dakota and looks nice. I did a walkthrough of everything. I'll have like double the counter space in the kitchen, which will be nice. I'll actually have room to like set up my coffee maker and my ice cream maker and my instant pot all in one like place without having to shuffle things around. Um yeah, so I'm definitely excited. I'm trying to think at some point I should get a couch because I don't have one now, but I don't know when that's going to happen. But it's like, wait, I'm gonna have all this extra room. I'll have like space for guests. They'll have to stay somewhere. So it'll be a whole thing.
Once you get settled, you can find so many good things on Nextdoor, which is
Mm-hmm.
an online place for neighborhoods, and also Marketplace on Facebook that
That is
does
true.
local areas. You can get because, like, when I moved, I had couches that I just wanted to give away.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even want to sell them; just come and get them for free. So, I don't know about Sioux Falls, but I'm assuming it's like other places in the world.
Yeah, and it's also a there's a college in town, so almost certainly there's people moving out every time they're graduating. That's how
Yeah.
I got a lot of my current furniture. Some of it I brought from home, but a lot of it was just they'll leave stuff out by the apartment complex. Like, I don't want to take it with me when I leave. It's like, okay, I'll take it. That's mine now.
Yep. Yep.
So yeah, that will be fun. I definitely want to get most stuff secondhand just because why not? It's just apartment living at this point.
Yeah.
But yes, so still planning on that. And then I have, I keep packing and it feels like I'm not decreasing the amount of stuff I have to pack, even though I know I am. It's like it never ends, but I'm reaching the end. And I was talking to my mom recently. I had in South Dakota, there's a place called Waldrug. It's very strange. It's like a mall, kind of, but like a themed old Western mall type of thing. Apparently, it's very well known. But my dad and I kept seeing these billboards for it, like these advertisements, like every like quarter mile or something. It's like we have ice water, we have this, we have 5 cent coffee. It's like okay, we have to stop there. So we stopped there, and all of this is basically just to say, I bought my sisters some fudge because it's like, oh, that's a nice little like souvenir. I'll send it with some things that I got at the Crazy Horse Monument as well, whatever. And when I got home, I was like, I don't know that I've ever had fudge before. And so I decided to see if I could make keto fudge, which is apparently super easy. I made some yesterday and I used a keto chow recipe. And I was talking to mom about it and I was like, yeah, I'm going to try making this. And then I asked, like, what do you want for travel food? Because she's going to come down and then we'll move all my stuff out there. And I was like, I have some bacon that I have from a farm in Iowa. I'll cook that up. That'll be some travel food. And then she was like, well, some fudge sounds nice. It's like, okay, message received. I'll make fudge and bacon for our travel food.
So
And
how do you make keto fudge?
fudge is basically just cream, butter, sweetener, and chocolate is what it is. So the fudge that I made was cream, butter, sweetener, keto chow, and keto chocolate chips. Although next time I think I'm going to do baker's chocolate because this was a little bit too sweet for my liking. It was like the level of sweet as like normal people fudge, which is too sweet for me. But it's super simple. You just melt the butter in the pot, and then you add in the chocolate chips and some vanilla extract or almond extract or whatever, the cream, the sweetener, and then the keto chow. You mix it all up, and then you pour it into a container and you chill it for 4 hours, and that's it. Like it's super easy. It's like, why have I not made this before? And it's also very filling because it's a whole lot of fat in one thing. So yesterday my breakfast, lunch, and dinner was fudge. I just ate fudge, and I was not hungry enough to eat anything else. So, but I had leftovers. I had a ton left over, so I had some for breakfast, and then I had a bacon and bell pepper omelet for lunch. But yeah, super easy, super good, which means it'll be really good travel food.
Yeah.
So that'll be good. And my mom really likes there's chocolate and Sweden Marabou, and they do a appleseed and croquant, which is like a orange and toffee flavor. So I'm going to do the chocolate toffee keto chow and then add in some orange extract and stuff like that to make her a orange and toffee fudge flavor. That will be my experimentation over the next month to get the recipe just right.
Sounds good.
Yes. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing, preparing to move, preparing for travel stuff, and eating a lot of really good bacon. Yes, but we do have actual stuff that's coming up very soon. First up in line is going to be on the 14th, which is Tuesday. I don't remember the exact time. I think it's what, like 1:40. I bet it's on my calendar because I am attending. Let's see. Yes, 1:45 Mountain Time. So it's going to be 3:45 Eastern. And it's going to be a Facebook Live with Susie from Switch Sweets. And she is one of our collaborators for the event. And I actually have stuff right here because I keep buying things from her because I cannot help myself. But she makes things like caramels, so keto caramels. These are coffee caramels, which are super good. These are the salted caramels, and then fruity chews. And she also has gummy bears, which I don't have on hand right now because I gave them all to my nephew. But she has a ton of stuff, and she just released a new thing, which is freeze dried gummy bears, which I have bought, and they're on their way here. They should get here, I think, on Tuesday, actually. So if they arrive in time, I might try some on the live. But yeah, and the thing that I really like about Susie is she is like, so she also has lipedema, so that's part of why she started the company. And she is super careful about ingredients, about the blood sugar impact, even looking at like where her ingredients are coming from, what the sub ingredients are. Like, what is in the pectin? Does it have anything else with it? What about the allulose? Is it good quality? Like all this different stuff. So we are going to be doing a live with her. It'll be me, Leslyn, and Susie, and we'll talk all about it. We'll talk about the different stuff she has and just all sorts of different things. Yes.
And like, yay, freeze-dried gummies.
Yes. I'm super excited to try them because in like convenience stores and stuff, I keep seeing these freeze-dried candies because they're like all the rage now. It's like, what is so special about that? I've never had it before, and now there's a keto version, so I can participate in the trend but stay on track. So that'll be cool. Um, but yes, one thing I actually want to do with the caramels is I make it's like a mug cake, but it's a cookie. And I make it with pork rind flour because I don't really want to use almond flour that much. And I want to do like a either topped with caramel, like a caramel drizzle, or like caramel chips all put up in there because I usually do a chocolate chip version. So I really like playing around with her stuff as well, seeing what I can do with it.
Oops. Oops, I forgot to turn my phone off. Let's see if I.
Um, but yeah, so that is coming up on Tuesday, the 14th, and it's going to be at 3:45 p.m. Eastern. So make sure to stop by, say hello if you have any questions about her or Switch Sweets or just like ingredient quality in general, like what things you should look for. Um, she knows like all sorts of stuff. She was at COSI, which is how I met her, and we spent like so much time talking to the point where her husband was like, "We do like have to work." It's like, I know, me too, but she's so fun to talk to. I can't help myself. And then the next thing that's coming up that is imminently close is going to be our event, our 3-day virtual event, Congress, conference, whatever you want to call it. I'm grabbing the link right now. But this is going to be all about.
I got the link. It's okay.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so this is going to be all about nutrition, and as we like to do, it's going to be from a holistic approach. So we're going to be talking about the psychological aspect of it, the influence of nutrition on mental health, the how do you get into the basics type of thing in general, and then how do you tweak it for lipedema. And we're going to venture into some topics we haven't covered as much so far. So we're going to have Dr. Tro on. He's going to be talking about holistic care, which he does in his practice. We're also going to have Brian Linskus to talk about gut health, which I'm super excited about because he has some information on it. He's been playing around with some of his patients and figuring out cool stuff. So I'm super excited to share that. I've actually used some of what he has talked about with some of my family who've had long-term issues even after improving their diet, and they've actually benefited from doing it, which is really nice because gut health is super important. And let's see, we're going to have Megan Ramos speaking on fasting. And of course, we're going to have focusing on lipedema as well. So it's kind of like, what are all the different things we need to think about? Because even if you have lipedema, it's probably not the only thing you have. There's often comorbidities that come with it. Maybe there's abdominal obesity. Maybe there is something like irritable bowel syndrome or lymphatic issues, lymphedema. All of that is going to be discussed throughout this event. And yeah, so I am very excited. It is coming up, and I should probably say the dates too, because that's kind of important.
April 17th, 18th, and 19th. But the kickoff is on Thursday, the 16th, which is the day that our book, the medical textbook for lipedema, gets released. I'm going to go grab that link.
Perfect. Yes. So that's the other thing that is coming up is that our book is coming out this month. Woohoo! Yay! Clap, clap, clap. We have been working on this for years at this point. It has been a labor of love. There are several dozen contributing authors to it. We cover a whole range of topics from diagnosis. How do you diagnose lipedema? How do you go through differential diagnosis? So basically, what other diagnoses should you consider? And roll out or rule in is potentially also going on. What's the recommended care? We have a chapter on nutrition. We have holistic care that we'll cover, surgery. Basically, everything you can think of is going to be covered in here. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to having a copy on my bookshelf, and then when people come in, I can be like, I helped. I helped with that.
Oh my goodness. I will I either Less Than or I will ship you a hard copy.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because you get a electronic copy as being one of the authors, but Less Than and I both got our real copies. Oh my God. Give me a second. Let me get the book, which is not handy, but it's close by.
Yeah, that's exciting. You have a hard copy on hand. We can see it. Is this the first unveiling that we'll be doing of the physical copy? I think it is. But yeah, there's so much stuff in here, and I'm probably, yeah, there we go.
You can see it?
Lift it up a little bit more for the camera, and we'll be able to see it.
Okay, I dropped things.
That's okay. I do that all the time.
Okay, here it is.
Yeah, there it is.
I don't need to go to Amazon all the time anymore.
Yeah, you can just fold it up.
I can just hold the book up. Hold on. Let me. Yay, here it is.
Yay!
There it is. Lipedema.
Principles and practice.
Of diagnosis and treatment. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. Oh my God. Fabulous. Here it is.
Yeah, and as people can see, that is a pretty hefty book. Like I said, there's a lot of information in here. And yeah, so I'm probably going to buy like multiple copies just to send to doctor friends of mine, to my own doctor, to my previous doctor here in town before I move. I'm just going to be sending them to anyone and everyone.
It is just, the book itself is so gorgeous. There's lots of wonderful illustrations and photos. I don't know how to do this. I've never done this before. But it's just so nicely done. They
Yeah,
did
and it's worth noting that we have full color illustrations in here, so it's not just black and white.
And it's just, like I said, so well done. So here it is. Wow. And save the date, because we're going to have a book launch on May 1st. Because we're coming right up to the conference, we'll of course be talking about it all through the conference. But we are going to have its own day with 10, 15, 20 minutes from many of the authors talking about their chapter. You don't want to miss it, honestly. Yeah, here it is. Yay.
Yes, and we do have a couple questions about the book. One of them is, why does Amazon not offer hardback? I think that's mostly the publisher, not Amazon, because I know they did that with Parent as well. I think the standard is usually to release it as a paperback, even with like mass market
Yeah.
paperbacks, basically.
Well, this is a medical textbook paperback, though, as opposed to hardback. So this is a good question. Is it understandable for lay people or geared towards the medical community? It is geared towards the medical community. There's a lot of technical parts, but there's also a lot of very understandable going in depth about lipedema in terms of diagnosis and treatment and the underpinnings, the pathophysiology, and almost every topic you can think of.
Yeah, I would say the primary audience for this is clinicians and researchers, but I do know quite a few geeks in the community who will definitely be buying this and reading through it. If you've read through like medical papers before or other textbooks for high school or college, I would say it's pretty comparable to that. But that said, if you do want one that is more geared towards lay people, that is in the works. We are working on that next. Our next book is going to be geared towards the patient community. So keep your eyes out. We'll have more updates on that as we get closer to that one.
It's called Lipedema. It's called Voices of Lipedema, in her own words.
Yeah.
I'll show you. Okay. I'm still juggling things. Okay, let me see if I can get the cover.
Okay. Yeah. And so that one, I don't want to put out a specific date because we know things can change, but it's actively being worked on and it will be not.
And the publisher did an estimate of March of 2027.
Yes.
That's what she said, given the deadline that I gave her that we would probably be following.
Yeah. So safe to say sometime next year is when that one will come out. So if you want to wait on that one, perfectly fine. This one is coming out. Good to share with your doctor, with your lymphatic therapist, or yourself if you just like reading just sciencey type of stuff.
This is the stories. Hold on, I have to switch screens. Here it is. Let me do it this way. Okay, can you see it now?
Yep.
Voices of Lipedema, in our own words. Siobhan and I are working on it together with Joanna Dudek, which you can't see her name here. Let me show you. Joanna Dudek. And oh my God, it's really the stories that we often hear everyone sharing. And so if you have a story to share about your journey with lipedema, be sure to get in touch with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think that's everything.
Well, we do have one more thing, which if people are on the Nutrition Network newsletter, you would have received an email about it. But the pre-order for our Nutrition Network course, all about lipedema, this is another resource that is primarily for clinicians, health coaches, things like that. But we anticipate individuals with lipedema are also going to be taking it as well, just so that they can learn more about what they're dealing with, basically, and how to go about helping themselves. This is now officially up for pre-order. So Nutrition Network is a nonprofit based out of South Africa. They do a lot of different educational courses, primarily focused around metabolic therapies like therapeutic carbohydrate reduction and ketogenic diets. And this does have a component of that too. But we cover a lot more. So this is modeled pretty closely after the book. So we'll be covering a lot of topics that are available in there, but it'll be presentations, and then you'll also get a certificate of completion after you take this course. So it's something you can, if you're a clinician or a health coach or something like that, you can put that on your resume basically to say that you've gone through this course and are knowledgeable about lipedema.
Oh, it's really, they did such a good job.
Yeah, they do such great work. I've done a couple of their courses, and I really like them. It's like college courses for like a bunch of different topics, like how to be like a coach that's using metabolic therapies, how to learn about type 2 diabetes. They have one on women's health that covers things like menopause and stuff like that. And they're constantly working with people to put out new courses, and they're all really good quality. And I've contributed to some of them as well. So I've contributed to their metabolic health measures course. And then I contributed to the carnivore course, the cardiovascular course. I've done a couple different ones, but they have topics all over the place. But this one is going to be coming out pretty soon, within the next couple months. I think it'll be coming out
Oh,
in,
it should be the course you're talking about.
yeah,
The course, yeah, it should be available in May.
in May. Yeah, so just next month, this is going to be coming out. So we have a lot of stuff going on. We've got the book, we've got the conference, we've got the Nutrition Network course, and we have more stuff that is going to be coming up, because, of course, June is Lipedema Awareness Month. That's not too far off, and we're going to keep doing cool things. And the main point of all of this is to get resources into the hands of people who want them and need them. So, one thing that we've been focusing on for a long time is outreach to physicians, healthcare providers, health coaches, so that they can start helping with this, so that the awareness of lipedema can grow, so that more diagnosis can come through. And these are all helping towards that goal. So this is gonna Nutrition Network is well known by people in the low carb community, including the docs there. Um, so they're going to be looking at this and considering, maybe I should take this course. And then they're going to be another person who can diagnose, who can help, people treat this, who can just help people with lipedema and be someone where people can come in and say, I think that I have this. And they'll say, I know exactly what you're talking about. And I know exactly what to do next.
This is so exciting. I have to say, I'm just seeing their website for the first time. They did an excellent job. So happy weekend if you're wherever you are, morning, afternoon, evening. Friday is when we're doing this, so we don't know when you're watching it since many of you watch the replays. But for those of you who are following us in real time, have a wonderful weekend.
Yes. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.